Hey guys, I'm Brufio, welcome back to the channel. I'm very excited to finally show you my new pedalboard. I have to say, I waited a long time for this moment because the board was not ready to ship. Then FedEx took the package and I don't know, went somewhere in the world with it for 3 months. It was really a long time planning it, order some pedals over some months and try to figure out what the best workflow is. But I think I'm finally there and I'm very excited to show it to you today.
Start like it's a dream. With one button I can change the mood and overdrive. Pedal dreams, pedal dreams.
And voila!
Carving sound from the sea. Ride the waves, feel alive. Pedal dreams come to life. Pedal dreams, carving sound from the sea.
Today is October the 20th of 2025. I started to plan this pedalboard, my new pedalboard, in June. So June, July, August, September, October, 5 to 6 months I think. Also it's very cold in Germany, that's why I have my very warm hat here. Pull over. Okay, but it's cozy in the studio. Cozy. We are going to dive in now to the Gigrig pedalboard. Why the pedalboard? Why the pedals I choose? I show you the plan of the board so you can see exactly what is happening. Okay, let's go to the website of the Gigrig. But before we jump into the website, let's go to brufiomusic.com/gift. You will get amazing free drum samples, Cubase mixing template, guitar presets, home studio recording guides, vocal guides. It's just amazing. Go to brufiomusic.com/gift. The Gigrig website. Where would I put myself? Maybe here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Everything you see here basically I have ordered. It's a complete Gigrig pedalboard, and what I hoped it would bring me is amazing quality, quiet signals, nice signal paths, convenience in the studio but also live, and it really is great. So starting with the pedalboard, Gigrig released the new pedalboards here and they have multiple ones. So they have like a small single tier. Where is it? Here, this one. Small single tier. Then they have the medium single tier large single tier, medium double tier, and the large double tier. And guess what? Of course, I needed the large double. Why? It is very important for me to have everything that I also need in the studio handy and ready to record, because otherwise it would take so long for me to always grab something, patch it in, stuff like that. So I wanted to have all my favorite pedals and sounds there. Also, I want to just grab it and be ready for the road when I'm on tour. So this is the pedal board I decided. Before that, I had Schmidt Array boards, smaller boards also, the 450, I think. Yeah, but this one is way more inexpensive and it has a lot of space. So you can change it for wah wah or volume pedal, or you can just leave it normal. So I went to Pedal Playground and I just typed in the length on from the pedal board, so I could really plan my pedal board. So if you want to do that, just go to Pedal Playground, and I think they will add the Gigrig pedalboard soon, but they were not available yet, so I could plan it. I also have the bag, so I can put all my cables and stuff like that into this bag, put on the lid, and I have the first shipment now with the new lid where it's a little bit different and better, they said. So this is the package I was going for. Then what I also needed is, of course, power. So the Gen X 14 is the way to go. Before that, I always had Strymon Zumas. The cool thing about this one is you can cut the cables to length and you can power almost every pedal there is. So that is really cool. So I have a lot of UAFX pedals, I have Strymon, stuff like that, and this can power everything. Also, you can extend it, or for example, for my Q-Tron, I used a 9-volt plug here and then used the Electroman extension to go to 24 volts. So that is really cool. I can now also have my Q-Tron in place. And then the next one was the switching system. I have the G3 Atom for 2 years, I think, almost 2 years. And it's just amazing for my small board that I had. I used it on the on tours and live gigs in the studio. The Atom is really, really amazing. But of course, I wanted to, step up the game, more inputs, more outputs. So I use the G3S switching system, which you all know if you watch this video, I think, what it is. It has the screens, that's why it's the G3S. And it has a lot of functionality, stereo loop, you can switch the order of the loops, remotes, you can do everything with it. And to extend this, I used the Remotest Loopy 2. Here you can extend 2 stereo loops, that's really cool, because I have my UAFX pedal, for example, in stereo, my UA-Max, because I want to run it in dual mono, but we will come to that when we go to the sounds. But that is really cool. I will switch that remotely with the G3S. And yeah, then I think I just have one more thing, 5 patch bay, not the MIDI one, this one. So the 5 patch bay, so I can go into the pedalboard with the guitar out of my 2 UAFX amp pedals or 2 of my real amps in the studio. So I can do that with the patch bay. Really nice. I think that's about it. Okay, coming to the planning of the boards. Let's open GoodNotes here. So the guys at the Gigrig made me a diagram with the power path, so to speak. So I knew exactly how to power everything. I already knew it, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I make the best out of it. But the pedals, of course, then changed for the final build again. Then I also had this cool video from, I think he's called Jason, Vertex Effects. And with this, he made a cool video how to use ampless pedal boards, and I just took some inspiration for wet dry wet rigs and stuff like that, so I can switch and mix up mono, stereo, wet dry wet in combination of UAFX pedals, in combination with real amps, stuff like that. So it's really, really cool. And I just saved that for me. Then I made my first real power diagram, power path, where I said, okay, in which loops does those pedals, or are those pedals going in? The next phase, I just named those pedals. I just put them in, named them, just so I get a good idea of what it should look like. It's really doesn't look that nice, but you can see now it gets clearer. Thought, okay, which I use, where do I have to set a parallel path and where do I don't have to set a parallel path. All that stuff, draw it out. And this is now the final version. I will zoom in a little bit and then I will also show you the board. Timestamps below if this is way too nerdy for you guys. So as I said, guitar in the 5-5, out 1-2, amp 1-2. So 5-5 is amazing for that. Then I go into the remotest loopy 2 and the remotest loopy 2 then goes into the input of the D3S. I have a wah wah and an expression pedal beside my pedal board from time to time, also in the studio. I don't have it on the board, so if I want it, I just add it to the expression here, and I can also use the wah before going into the Gigrig. So for the bank up and down, I'm just using my Lele switch, and I have a little tap switch so I can go up and down the banks if I want. And the board and the power is all here, and the board looks like this. So I just changed the order a little bit of the pedals in order to fit better on the board. But these are the final pedals. What you don't see underneath the tiers is my Q-Tron, which goes to the tuner out. So I have this tuner auxiliary output input, and I wasn't using it, so I thought, why not use the Q-Tron for that? And the Q-Tron is something I really love, and I'm playing a lot when I'm by myself playing guitar. It's just the most inspiring pedal. I love it for years and years and years. Of course, I came to it with watching John Mayer. Then Gen X 14 is underneath the board. The remotest loopy 2. I did not have it's the remote loopy 2, but I have the remotest loopy 2. And the 5-5 patch bay on the side. Then on the board, so I can get to it, are loop 1 and 2. So remotest loopy 1 and 2 are the first ones. So I go into the Argo. It's in the loopy 1. So the first thing, because there's also a fuzz. The second loop is my Universal Audio Max in dual mono. So I can switch it from on the pedal itself. I can switch it from being this light compression for my strat tones or this heavy compression stacked, or I can use the other side only for my Les Paul, where I maybe have a different setting for the compression than on my Strat. the first normal loop of the G3S. I have the Klon. I have the Archer for years and years and years, but I just saw that Warm Audio Centavo and it looks so cool. So I bought that and it's sounding really, really nice. I love it. So it takes up some space, but it's really cool. And I have it in the first loop. Second loop, D&M Drive, going hard. That's my lead sound, stacked Klon and D&M Drive, amazing. For the Les Paul or the humbucker guitars, maybe sometimes I just use it with the Centavo. Then the Lex and the Astra, they are together because rarely using it, so I don't need a separate loop for that. The Astra gives me my nice chorus and phaser on the other side. And the Strymon Lex, of course, this amazing sound. Just rotary speaker for days. Then I go into the first amp, which is the Enigmatic. That's my clean crunch tones. And the next one is the Lion, which also has amazing cleans, but also this rock and roll sound then. You can imagine it like why having a Marshall sounding pedal if I can have the Lion there, which does the plexi sound amazingly. And the Enigmatic you can really customize to your needs. I can switch that out for the Ruby, for example, whatever I want, I can just switch it out. Here is a parallel split, so the sounds go into the Enigmatic and the Lion. They're running in parallel, so I can also go one clean and one dirty, which is cool. Or I can then go and make some wet dry stuff. Okay, just so I don't forget it. Of course, this board is also built to be played with real amps. Here, for example, I have my Vox AC30 and my custom Hiwatt that I built myself. It's not really a Hiwatt, but I have those two amps on with the Gigrig Pedalboard. And it's just amazing. So I will play you now first the Vox AC30, then the Hiwatt, then both together. And then I can also play them wet, dry, stereo. I will play them stereo for you so you see how it sounds with the Halo, for example. So that's the Vox. You can see 110 decibels. Now with the Hiwatt. And now I engage the Halo. So you can hear the Halo. Now pan the amps. So I also had the Klon engaged. This is without the Klon. Yeah, so that's cool. The tuner is also built in, so you don't have to tune with a separate tuner and lose an input. You just use the internal tuner and off you go. Then the Universal Audio Golden, and I just needed it in mono, so I did not run it in stereo. That's why it's in loop 6, but I can then change the loops, so the Golden reverberator is after my delays. Really cool. And 7 and 8 then stereo, the Delverb for my ambient stuff. Nine and 10 would be the Halo, which is just the best thing ever. And I can also tap it on the feet with tap tempo, and with the expression I would use it for the Halo to set the amount of delay that I want. And then 11 and 12 would be the Boss RC5 loop station, which is amazing because I love to loop when you also practice. I have imported songs so I can play to the songs. Also before a gig, you have the songs in there, you can play to it. Just top notch. That's why I did my Ditto Looper, I put it back and bought the loop station here. That's the sound. I can have ambient sounds, rock sounds, all the delays I want. It's just amazing. I think that's it. Right, guys, that's my new pedalboard, my flagship pedalboard that I will use now for the next years. Maybe 1 or 2 pedals will change over time, but these are the ones I really love and they are amazing. I have a boost, I have a fuzz, I have modulation stuff, cool drives, clean sounds for days, amazing reverbs and delays. I can practice with it with the loop station, so sky is the limit here, and that's what I wanted to achieve. I use it in productions every day now, practicing and live. Hope you liked that video. Leave a comment down below if you think it's overkill, if you think some pedals are shitty and why I use so many UA stuff. I just love the sounds, they really can do it. If they would have MIDI, I would love it even more, but that's it for now. The pedal looks and sounds amazing with my guitars. And I really honed in that single coil sound and for the humbucker sounds. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. Go to brufiomusic.com/gift and get all the free gifts that I can give to you. And hopefully we see us in the next video. Subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. Peace out!